Hello, you're on the hair.
Padded Room Radio is on the air, you maniacs. My name is Darian. I'm back for another round of horror bullshit. Whether you asked for it or not, I'm still here. My main man, Jason Harrell, is in the house.
Hi.
What's up, Jason?
Nothing. What's up with you?
Oh, you know, I just thought I would bring Buddy back from the dead.
Hey!
Buddy is alive
What's
and
going
well,
on?
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
What's going on with you, big fella?
Oh, man, where do I start?
Where do you start?
All right, so
Been a while.
working a lot.
Yeah? Figured that.
Yeah, new building and all that at work.
Delightful.
Then Mom passed away.
Heard about that.
Worked even harder. Then I
Okay.
injured my neck.
Oh.
Then got married, and then
Whoa!
worked hard.
What, hey,
Yeah.
what is this got
What?
married business? What?
Yeah.
You got married?
Got married.
What's his name? Where have we met him?
Yep, we tied the knot last Friday, actually.
Grinder does pay off.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
Right on, buddy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
So
Who knew?
Yeah, what,
Yeah.
you guys just snuck off and didn't tell anybody?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we. It was funny because we announced it to our families on the 1st. And
Of April.
of April. So
April
of course
Fool's
April
Day.
Fool's Day, and so nobody believed it, which was great. And then like a few
Yeah.
days later, it's like, no, really, we are.
Nice.
Yeah. So actually, it was I injured my neck and went to the chiropractor, and then my chiropractor's sister, which is a receptionist, said, oh, I officiate weddings, so we'll do it then.
Oh, boy.
So
While you're
she'll
there in the
do it.
office?
So she
So
said
your
she did.
chiropractor's sister was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Who you just met
Because
that
we're
day.
No. I've known him for years since I moved here.
All
Yeah,
right.
look at this guy. Look at there. Look at there. On his
yeah,
hand.
Oh, well, I've had
but
that
he's been wearing
forever.
that forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tells you how often I look at you.
Yeah, I know. It's usually something else you're looking at. But, yeah, so we were going to go to the courthouse deal, and get married there. And then that's when she's like, oh, no, we can do it at my house. So we went to her house, and she didn't charge anything. She's just like, hey, I've known you guys for a while, and let's just do it there. So we did it there, and it was pretty cool. Then we went
Nice.
downtown and took some pictures and
Did
stuff.
you
I'll
do-
show you some pictures later.
Okay, but you got it's official. You got
It is official,
The
yeah.
license and all that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, we had
Nice.
to, do that whole application downtown for
Yeah, yeah.
fill all that paperwork
Yeah, yeah.
prior, and then she did the officiating, so she turned in all the paperwork and
Very
stuff. so,
cool.
yeah,
Congratulations,
Yeah,
big
thank
fella.
you. Congrats, man.
Yeah, now you get to be miserable just like the rest of us.
yeah. It's both of our second time.
That's not a good sign.
Or lessons have been learned.
Right.
Right on, dudes. Well, we got the regular horror show to get into here. We got horror news, listener mail. We got all kinds of fun things to get into tonight. Let's kick things off with a little of the old horror news, amigos.
Yeah.
Horror news.
Well, what do you have to say for yourselves?
Buddy,
Anything?
Well,
we've
Rob,
been missing our Funko updates.
well, Rob Zombie says he's likely not going to make any more Firefly Family or Munster movies.
Oh,
I'm
I guess
all
Munster.
right with
thank
that.
heavens for
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
of
I'm
those.
all right
Dude,
with
that
that.
Munsters, I wasn't a fan of it.
I still haven't watched it.
Yeah,
So bad.
Yeah,
Wasn't it
it
that
was
bad?
terrible.
So bad.
And I guess it took like 5 years for them to make it with Universal. He's like, I'm not doing another one of those.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Immersive horror game Afterlife Virtual Reality arrives on PS VR 2 on April 19th.
All right.
You think you will pick that one up?
I'm going to say no.
No?
No, a couple of things on the VR. I have the Oculus Quest, and I have a couple of horror games on there. Mm-hmm. They will make you take a dump right in your pants.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they're very immersive and very intense. And, like, one of them I have is called Dread Halls. All you do is walk down dark hallways. And periodically you'll hear shit creeping up behind you, or you'll see, like, weird, like, eyes peering at you through the dark. Mm-hmm. It sounds pretty weak. But when you actually put the fucking goggles on and you're doing it,
it's pretty creepy.
It's very creepy.
Maybe that's what I need to train with, so I can actually go to some of these haunts.
Sure,
oh, yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah,
but, dude. I think you should train with the haunts to get into the VR.
Really? Dude, it's like, the opposite way.
I'm going to tell you right.
Yeah, I don't have Sarah's arm to hold on to.
That's what you need.
Game. Yeah.
I'll get you one of those pillows that has the hug me thing going on.
Or maybe on My Buddy.
Yeah, that'll work too. Dude, I'm going to tell you right now, the level that I'm on with Dread Halls, which I have not revisited in like 5 years because it fucking freaks me out. There's like a statue. And it won't fuck with you if you're looking at it, but as soon as you look away, it runs at you. And then you look at it, and it's perfectly still.
Oh.
And then you look away, and you
red
hear,
light, green light, huh?
You hear the and then you... What? So now you're like trying to backpedal your way down the dark hallway while staring at the statue. But you don't know what's on the other side of you.
Yeah. So what happens if you don't look at the statue and it comes after you?
It kills you.
It does?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
It kills the shit out of you. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is a whole other... and when you die at this game, it's not like it's just a you're dead thing. It's like a flashes and fucking freak out kind of a thing.
Wow.
It's scary as shit, man.
Oh, that sounds really cool.
And I got a Blair Witch game. I haven't gotten out of the car yet. I don't think I will be getting out of the car.
So sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to stay right here. You guys go ahead.
Some guy in the corner. Cube Japanese remake is now streaming on Screambox. Okay. I haven't seen any of that, but I did like Cube.
Okay.
Yeah, the originals, but I haven't seen the Japanese.
A couple of things. Number one, I'm not going to subscribe to Screambox, so fuck right off.
No, definitely not.
I don't think they can improve it.
Improve on Cube.
Yeah.
I don't see
them bringing something new to it.
Right.
Not really, but I mean, maybe. I'd be willing to try. The problem I have is that when you take an American movie and you try to Japanize it, or try. So the example I would give you is there's a bizarro Italian remake of Reanimator. Mm-hmm. Has very little to do with Herbert West Reanimator or H.P. Lovecraft or anything at all, really, other than the fact that the main character's name is Herbert West.
Oh.
It's very romantic and very sexy.
Very sexy.
There's a lot of chest hair involved, and I wouldn't even call it a horror movie. I would call it like a weird science drama romance situation.
Sounds like a hoot.
It's very boring. I'll tell you right now, you don't want it. So
okay.
I don't know, man. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to check it out. I'm willing to dip my toes into Japanese
You'll have
Cube.
to get the Screambox trial.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do that.
Not even the trial.
Not even the trial. No, I'm not going to do that.
Forget about it, and then, oh, crap, I just got charged.
Yeah, that's how they get you, buddy. Yeah. That's how they fucking get you.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many porn sites I've fallen victim to? There's a virtual reality one. It's stupid.
And Faces of Death remake has begun filming this week.
Boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about this one. I don't know about the cast, though. It has Dacre Montgomery from Stranger Things, Barbie Fiera from Euphoria.
How do you remake Faces of Death?
Well, it's a new plot that revolves around a female moderator of a YouTube-like website whose job is to weed out offensive and violent content and who herself is
so they're
recording.
not trying to reproduce
the
Faces
original.
of Death
Right.
and the idea that it was real.
Right, but she's trying to weed out the violent content and who herself is recovering from a serious trauma that stumbles across a group that is recreating the murders from an original film. But in the story Prime for the Digital Age and Age of online misinformation, the question faced is, are the murders real or fake?
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's completely different take on it, but they're going to remake it.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Remember the 8th grade? When you were
Barely.
when you were a fucking stud, if you made it through Faces of Death.
Dude, I loved it. I mean, when I was like in elementary school, I couldn't get enough of it.
I thought it was dumb as shit.
We watched those as a family.
Did you?
Yeah.
We rented and watched those as collectively.
Yeah, myself, my parents, my grandparents, we did the same thing. Yeah, we all just sat and watched it.
Well, I rented them at a. So Reno Video finally got like Faces of Death 1 and 2. And because there was a dumb stoner behind the counter, he would let me just rent whatever. I got 1 and 2, and we had a slumber party at my buddy's house. And about halfway through 1, we just decided to watch Beavis and Butthead instead because it was kind of dumb. Eventually, we went back to it and we watched all of it, but it was very. The only thing I really remember about it was the orgy, the blood orgy, where there was like a corpse. And people were like trying to eat it while they were fucking each other.
Was that the satanic?
Yeah, it was like a
sacrifice
satanic
kind of
situation.
Yeah.
And then there was.
The monkey brains was a big one.
But you don't get to see it because it's just a bunch of jump cuts. It's like monkey face spinning around on the table.
Yeah.
And then like businessman with like a mallet.
For some reason, I always remember the parachute guy in the swamp of alligators.
I remember like a sheriff in getting hit with the alligator. He was like trying to rope the alligator, but then he got pulled in, and then a bunch of jump cuts, and then you just see like a husk on the bank. And you're like, oh, well, I didn't fucking see anything. And then like the baby seal thing, where again, a bunch of jump cuts, and then a bunch of dead seals. Oh, well, I don't fucking care.
This is stupid.
Stupid.
Well, that's all I got. What do you got?
Oh, shit. Well, what have you not stolen from my notebook? Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Has anybody seen it yet?
No.
No?
Nope.
I'm interested.
Me
I'm
too.
intrigued. It hits VOD next week.
Oh,
Matter
wow.
of fact. I have to get into
Do you
that.
know which VOD?
Various. So
okay.
you could probably get it on Amazon Prime.
Okay, so it's not an exclusive to somewhere.
No.
Okay.
Netflix is teasing a Stranger Things animated series.
Yeah.
Pass.
I mean, what you?
I like Stranger Things, but I'm not interested in animation.
Those kids are like 35 now.
That's the only way they can keep pretending they're young.
Yeah.
Well, the one guy is like he's a Ghostbuster, but the rest of them they're fucked.
Yeah.
You know, career wise.
So is this taking off after Stranger Things series, or is this like a remake and starting all over?
No plot elements have been revealed
Okay.
yet. But if you're some kind of a Stranger Things aficionado, you might look into that. What else do we have here? This is, I don't know how I feel about this. American Horror Story Season 12.
Damn, 12 seasons.
Starring
Uh-oh.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh, God. I hope they kill her off in the first episode.
So
kind of like Scream when it first came out.
That was my thought, exactly, because if you'll recall,
The singer.
let's rewind the clock back to American Horror Story Asylum. All the advertising was American Horror Story starring Adam Levine.
Adam Levine, yeah.
He was dead in 14 minutes.
Yep.
And we never saw or heard from him again in the whole series. So,
Spoiler alert.
oh, sorry.
No, it's the only season we've not watched.
Are you serious?
Yeah, for some reason, like Asylum just always gets like skipped over.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. It's
I don't
very
know,
busy.
I don't know why.
Okay.
And of
well,
course, we did tap out of it altogether. So
the whole thing?
yeah, we kind of burn out.
All
on
the
it.
gay stuff?
After wasn't even that. No, because every season just peters out.
Okay.
Like they all seem to start strong, and then they all just kind of take this really awful turn.
So I get you on that. Here's what you have to understand when you go into American Horror Story. Number one, at the end of the season, you're going to get a happy ending. I'm sorry. I don't like it either, but that's what you're going to get. Number two, there's going to be a bunch of there's going to be a bunch of fan service and tie-ins to past characters and things like that. Number three, there's going to be a lot of gay stuff. Prepare yourself to be left agape, as they say in the industry.
Already gaping, thank you.
A lot of gaping. Number four, they try to keep on top of like the I guess the trends of the time.
Yeah.
And that can be a bit taxing, especially for three old guys like us. But if you can just kind of grind through it, I think you'll be surprised, you know? I always have been. I haven't watched New York yet or Double Feature.
There was, I didn't even know those two existed.
Double Feature?
Oh, is that the one where they split the season because of COVID?
Yes.
Oh, we watched that first half, and then it went over into that second black and white, right?
I have no idea.
Oh, that's right. So then
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
So then it goes into this second story.
Right.
We thought it was a continuation of the first story, but we couldn't figure out how that was supposed to be tying in with the first story.
I have no idea.
So the whole time we're like, this is dumb as fuck. We didn't know it was two completely different stories.
Okay, so the last one, 1984, I adored. That one was great. After that, the problem I have with that is that there's no Evan Peters. There's no Sarah Paulson. No Jessica Lange, obviously, but she's been vacant for a little while. Unless you go back to Apocalypse. All the staples are kind of going, and now they're bringing in new ones, like Billy Eichmann.
Yeah, we didn't watch, so I guess the only one we haven't seen then is New York.
Okay.
I didn't even know that was a season.
Yeah, just wrapped, actually. All right, what else do we have here? Bruce Campbell is going to guest star on next week's Impractical Jokers. And I guess there's a whole Evil Dead theme going on with whatever's going on there.
You're a big fan of Impractical Jokers.
I was.
Was?
For a very long time, yes. But I don't know. I haven't gotten back into it.
Yeah.
I'm like 5 or 6 seasons behind. I don't know.
It's kind of like your ICP phase.
It could be, but except
you could still listen to ICP.
I could, and I have not gotten any Impractical Jokers tattoos.
Sure.
Can't say the same about ICP. Sorry. All right, that's all we got on the listener mail, you motherfuckers. You ready for horror news? It's time for some listener mail.
Yeah.
Good job, rookie.
Fuck your face, sir.
Listener mail.
Booyah! We got emails, we got voicemails, we got DMs, we got all kinds of shit. I'm going to start this listener mail segment with a direct message to me from Coop Nukem via paddedroompodcast.com. How did that happen, Jason Harrell?
Because he used a keyboard and typed it.
What he did, Jason Harrell, he went to paddedroompodcast.com. He set himself up a profile.
He did.
He friended me. He sent me a friend request. Because It's just like fucking Facebook. Can you believe that?
Except less functional.
More
sporadic.
More sporadic, less... I mean, it's more or less the same functionality, but without all the fact checkers and the... Facebook jail.
A lot easier to send dick pics.
Totally. And I've got some dick pics from Coop, but I'll share those with you later. My 3 on a meat hook are, number 3, Silent Night, Deadly Night. We're talking about holiday horror movies. Mm-hmm. Number 2, Gremlins. I don't care for that. Number 1, Thanksgiving. This better count, Darian, Sir Chorkar sucks. Now he's got to make fun of my car. I don't think that was necessary, but all right. Thanks for signing up over there at paddedroompodcast.com there, Cooper. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Let's get over to the regular old emails,
He's
shall
a
we?
genital and a what?
And a scrotum.
Oh, okay.
All right, bros. Well, I guess that was it for the emails this week. We got some voicemails, though. Let's kick things off down in the funky old South. Our main man in Alabama, Alan, is in the house.
Hey, Alan.
Patron, what's up?
Who's this scary guy?
Everybody's doing good.
Why is he whispering?
He asked me to whisper. Anyway, hope
Okay.
everybody's doing good.
Good.
Meat Hook holiday movies.
What do
I'm
you
going to go number 3, Krampus. Number 2, The Crow. And number 1,
Halloween.
Trick or Treat.
Yeah, I get that.
I checked out The Barn. I actually really liked it.
That's not bad.
It was stupid, but it was a lot of fun. And the Boogeyman looked like he was going to drop the next badass black metal album.
Okay.
I watched Antichrist. Okay, I get why it was controversial and stuff, but I was so friggin' bored.
Yeah.
That movie's a slog, and I understood what it was about. I just didn't care.
Whoa.
Anyway, hope everybody's
right.
doing good. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
What?
I joined the Padded Room website.
Very
Talk to you
cool.
later.
And
Bye.
you're a good man for
You're
it.
a good man for doing it there, Alan. Feel free to message me or Jason anytime you like. We will happily regale you with tales of barns and antichrists and things of that nature. Let's get down to Southern California. Here comes Mr. Tom Hardy. Hey, yo!
Hey, padded room. How's my favorite degenerates this week?
Still alive.
Oh, I hope everyone is doing well. I gotta say, man, it's a good thing I don't tend to drink a lot while I listen to the show.
You should.
The haunted shocker probably would have, most definitely would have created a spit tank. The haunted shocker.
Haunted shocker.
Fucking hilarious. Had me rolling on that shit.
That's good
stuff.
stuff.
One other thing you had mentioned, I'm super fucking stoked for a Witchboard remake.
Are you?
I know it's gonna suck, but I'm super
well,
fucking stoked for it.
Sure.
Hey, on the meat hooks there,
Yeah.
you're right, man. Trying to come up with horror flicks that don't all happen to fall on Halloween, but I guess my favorites did. So I would go Trick or Treat.
Sure.
I would go Night of the Demons, and then it's got to be the original Halloween. I just don't see how it can be anything other.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't know who you are on the educating department.
That's going to be a tough one.
Didn't get to catch no flick.
Okay.
So, hope all is well. Love you like family. Bye now.
Love you too, Tom Hardy.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you on the next side.
Beware the haunted shocker.
Somewhere out there's somebody going, I want a haunted shocker. Oh no, I'm drunk again, gentlemen. Hope I don't get a haunted shocker. That was all we had on the listener mail, amigos. Do you have anything for Coop Newcomb, Alan, or Tom Hardy?
Thanks, everybody, for calling and writing in.
Of course.
Thanks.
Buddy, what do you think, off the top of your head, without thinking about it, your top 3 favorite holiday horror movies are?
Holiday? Krampus, Halloween, and Trick or Treat.
In that order?
Halloween's number 1 for me.
Okay, so give me prioritize.
Okay, so Krampus number 3, Trick or Treat number 2, Halloween number 1.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
Good
Krampus
lineup.
is good.
Yeah, it
Krampus
is.
good.
It is. I always wanted a sequel to that one. It never happened. I wanted to see Krampus and Trick or Treat, both same director. Sequels, no can do.
There's always that perpetual little buzzing about with Trick or Treat.
Yeah, it's fucking, what are we, 12 years out now? Get out of here. All right, you maniacs, you ready to get into a movie?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Coming soon from Livermore Production Films. Meet Sam, Josh, Michelle, Russell, Chris, and Nikki as they embark on a Halloween night they'll never forget. The Barn. The legend of the barn isn't just a campfire story anymore. It's something far worse.
Trick or treat!
The barn. What happens every year when the harvest moon shines its brightest is about to happen again, and again, and again. All they wanted was a Halloween they'd never forget. What they got was a night they'd pray to survive. This Halloween,
Stay away from the pup!
Trick or Treat, Smell My Feet,
It scared me to death.
and Die. Starring Mitchell Mussolino, Will Stout, Lexi Drips, Cortland Woodard, Nikki Darling, Nicholas Joshua, and Richard Belloc. The Barn. Coming soon to video cassette.
The Barn.
The Barn.
The Barn.
The Barn.
From 2016, got 5.2 stars on IMDb, written and directed by Justin M. Seaman. Insert jizz jokes here. Stars Mitchell Mussolino, Will Stout, and Lexi Drips. Insert more semen jokes here.
Why do you keep pointing to your asshole when you say insert semen
That's
here?
where the semen goes. or the old poop shoot, as I call it. This one is a bit of a throwback, my friends, and it's a low budget one at that. It's not rated. It's presently you can rent it streaming on Prime Video. Recently had a sequel come out in 2022. I have not seen it yet. Have you guys?
Ordered it from eBay.
Oh, okay.
Because it's impossible to find otherwise.
You can't get it streaming? You got to get a hard copy?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, after watching this, I actually wanted to own both.
Okay, attaboy. So, we start off in the Weary Falls 1959 Halloween. It's like a gathering, I guess. It's not really a party. It's a church.
It's a harvest hootenanny, damn it.
Not really. We start off in the church, like with it's a church function. I don't know what you call that. A gathering. And basically, the priest there is telling everybody to, enjoy the Halloween festivities, but you got to stay away from this one area because if you go there, it's just a rule. Just don't go near this one area. Naturally, some kids grow a pair of balls, start egging each other on, so they go. And they knock on the barn door, which is in the area.
What do you expect when you tell them not to?
You can't tell them not to.
Tell them you promote it. They'll never go there.
Of course not. Go down there for some wholesome. You're going to have fun learning down there. They're going to avoid that place like a fucking plague. They go down there. They knock on the barn door. Barn door opens, and we see one of our antagonists, the boogeyman, who basically looks like, I think Alan summed it up. He's like a heavy metal miner, pretty much, you know. He's got like the long flowing 80s silver locks.
He's got some majestic locks.
He does. And I'd say that part didn't make a lot of sense to me, but we'll get into that later. There's a lot of things that don't make sense about this movie. But it's fine. And then of course, he's like a miner, so he takes his pickaxe and buries it in the head of one of the trick-or-treaters. Now we're going to cut to 1989, 30 years later, where I guess the town has kind of moved a couple miles north or whatever, and they've readopted the new name of Helen Falls. But the mythos of this barn lives on. So we have one dude who's a senior in high school who is wildly obsessed with Halloween, to the point of creating like his own role-playing game around it, in which there are rules and regulations that must be followed.
I figured that was kind of a take on Scream.
Okay.
You know, having to dictate the rules of the game.
Okay, I'm with you, except... Okay. All right, so in Scream, the rules of the slasher movies were kind of more like guidelines. And while Randy did speak some truth, they were kind of universally accepted.
Sure.
In this movie, it turns out his rules are like rock solid. And they're just
according to him.
Rules.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very weird. Well, I don't want to bog you down with the semantics of this. We're going to meet our guys, Josh and Sam. Sam has set himself up like a weird... like a garage haunt situation where the neighborhood kids are coming through.
That's pretty cool.
On October 30th. It's not even Halloween yet.
Right.
And he is going to educate them and give them candy and tell them about the mythos of Weary Falls. So basically, within Weary Falls, and we're going to learn all this through his little dialogue, there were like 3 guardians that were assigned to protect, I guess, the harvest in certain areas of the town. You have the boogeyman, who is our heavy metal miner dude. You have the candy corn scarecrow, who watches over the crops. And then you have Pumpkin Man. I'm not sure what he does exactly, but he does. I think it has something to do with trick-or-treating, right? Anybody catch this?
I thought was he not the one that
went to life in the pumpkin?
I can't remember. I just remember kind of the lore of him, and where he can see out of the other,
all the pumpkins.
And the vines.
I like that.
The vines?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had control of the vines.
He's poison ivy, is what he is. Yeah. So there's that. And one kid is like, I don't care about your stupid Halloween. Blah. So he sends him, he's like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm out of candy. Go over there to that barrel where Josh, I think, because Sam is the one that's really into it. Josh is the one that's not really into it that much. Josh is hiding in a barrel, and he pops out and scares the crap out of that kid. The kid goes running off, very scary. Now comes the neighborhood watch lady. Her name's Mrs. Barnhard, played by Linnea
She looks
Quigley.
like she's been rode hard.
She has been rode hard. Mrs. Barnhard, Linnea Quigley, shows up, and she's like, you know what? You got to stop scaring kids, you son of a bitch. And then Josh pops out, and he's like, you know what? You need to quit trying to take my dad's church, because my dad was the pastor, and he passed away a year ago, and now you're trying to take it from him. And she's like, meh.
Was this officially the most disappointed viewing of Linnea Quigley you've seen?
No. No,
wow.
It is not. You want to know the most disappointing?
Sure.
Watch the Night of the Demons remake. She shows up as a security guard for about 14 seconds, and it is bad.
Yeah.
You cannot beat off to that.
Yeah.
I have tried. I have done the research, gentlemen. It cannot be done. There's other parts that you can beat off to, but so she shows up, and then they play the same prank on her, where she goes over to the barrel. Sam is like, yeah, I promise I won't if you help me clean up. Just put all this candy in the barrel. And she walks over there and gets the shit scared out of her. She immediately goes home and calls Sam's dad, who is played by the Micro Machines guy. Remember that guy?
No.
That's a deep cut for you. He's like, you know what, Sam? You're grounded, and you got to quit fucking around with Halloween stuff, and you got to grow up. And apparently Sam and Josh have started their own business called the Bushwhackers.
Yeah.
They are local gardeners, I guess, and landscapers. And that's not really going anywhere either.
Would have been better if they acted like the old wrestling.
The wrestling tag team, yeah.
Bushwhackers, yeah.
Showed up drunk. Yeah.
Throwing their hands up.
Absolutely, wearing camis for no reason. They come. His dad calls them the gardeners from hell, which was kind of out of place, but whatever. Apparently, the grounding part doesn't really take place until like later on down the road, because Sam is back out with Josh later that night at the roller rink, which is pretty cool. There we meet one of their friends, a guy named Russell, who is clearly the token black guy. We meet Sam's crush, who works there also. Her name's Michelle. And then we cut to, I guess they go to the roller rink just to watch TV, which is kind of weird. You don't have a TV in your house, but they go there to watch the local...
Maybe it's the overall aesthetic of being there and watching TV.
Okay, I'm into it. I'm not really into it, but that doesn't...
I mean, I mostly went to the roller rink to play arcade games.
I went to the roller rink because my high school girlfriend insisted that I did, and found out exactly how much head trauma I could take without getting concussed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I could not roller skate to save my fucking life, turns out. But if you act hurt, then all the girls rush over to you and, oh, are you okay?
Noted.
Oh, yeah. And you can probably grab a boobie. Anyway, they go there to watch TV. It's the local rock show hosted by Dr. Rock, played by Ari Lehman. You guys know who Ari Lehman is?
Dr. Rock?
In the real world outside of this movie?
Nope.
He is not my favorite person. Follow me, gentlemen, into the annals of horror antiquity. You remember at the end of Friday the 13th, Part 1, when the Tardo kid jumps out of the water?
Oh, yeah.
That was Ari Lehman.
Oh my
He
goodness.
has been riding that horse right into the fucking ground. He plays a guitar, the guitar thing, but it has
keyboards?
like the keyboard on it. That's his claim to fame. In a reggae band. Yeah. And what do you think the name of the reggae band is?
Something to do with Friday the
You're
13th?
fucking A right. It's called First Jason.
Oh, jeez.
And every single song that he plays
I never would have guessed that.
is fucking stupid. First off, they all sound exactly the same. Second off, they are all vaguely in some way related to him being the best Jason Voorhees ever. And I think he also has like a brand of hot sauce. So
Well,
my
you have
gosh.
to.
you have to, right?
I'm Jamaican hot sauce too, man.
I'm the whitest Jew Jamaican you ever did see. I realize that was not a good Jamaican accent.
Jamaican Jason.
Totally out of context. Anyway, Dr. Rock has the local heavy metal band on, and they're announcing a big local concert to which Sam and Josh decide they have to go to. And because,
but they're in no hurry to get there.
Well, apparently it's the next night, I think. But Josh kind of inadvertently invites Michelle also, and I guess Russell just decides to tag along. And so they kind of hatch this ingenious scheme that they're going to take off the next night. So for Sam's punishment of scaring Mrs. Barnhart, he has to go and basically collect food for the food drive on Halloween night. So he thinks he's being pretty smart. He's like, well, I'll just go trick-or-treating and collect a bunch of candy for the food drive. Mm-hmm. Okay, sure, I'm with you. I mean, really, what are you going to go door-to-door asking for canned goods on Halloween? Come on, man. What are you doing? But, all right, fair enough. So he thinks he found a loophole where he's just going to show up with a bunch of candy for her in the next town over is where he's going to go trick-or-treating. And that happens to be where the concert is. So all they need at this point is a ride to the concert, and they're money in the bank, right? Mm-hmm. So where are they going to get a ride, you ask?
We do ask.
Well, we have to go to the Green Screen Drive-In, in which a couple of hot young lovers are about to get at least a good finger banging going.
Oh, man.
I would hope in the backseat of a Volkswagen minivan thing. Remember those guys? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they just show up and start beating on the doors.
That gets your motor going.
It will. Mm-hmm. But this poor dude is trying to round second base. And here
almost
comes
got there, too.
These fucking assholes. Just, hey, you gotta take us to a concert, man. Come on, man. I'll come out of that thing swinging with a hard dick. Right at your face, fucking jerk-offs. Get out of here. Talk about your concert later. Regardless, we're going to meet these two characters. It's Chris and Nikki. They're anxious to have sex with each other. Can't seem to pull it off because these dickweeds keep interrupting. Mm-hmm. Begrudgingly, Chris is like, oh, you're going to get me in the concert? Sure. I'll drive you over there tomorrow. Now get the fuck out of here so I can get knuckle deep in Nikki here. So we're going to cut to tomorrow. Chris rounds everybody up in the minivan and they take off to the next town. They are on a road, but Sam has a map that shows like a shortcut down a dirt road or something like that. So they go peeling down this dirt road, and then they happen upon this old barn and a sign that says, Welcome to Weary Falls. So they basically stumbled into what is now the ghost town of Weary Falls, which consists of one barn, by the way.
Didn't that welcome sign say, like, Welcome to Deathville or
somebody wrote some shit.
It was so cheesy.
But it looked brand spanking new.
Yeah.
So there's that. Not 30 years old. They get out and they're like, hey, this is a good place to chill out. Why don't we just hang here? It's like mid-afternoon at this point. So they get out and they start poking around. They build themselves a campfire, start telling scary stories. All very well and good. Sam breaks down more of his rules of Halloween. Mm-hmm. And one of them involves you don't knock on the barn door and say trick or treat 3 times. Because if you do, that wakes up the 3 guardians of Weary Falls and they'll come fuck your shit up. So naturally, hanging around the campfire, everybody's trying to outballs each other. So they decide as a group to go knock on the barn doors and do the trick or treat thing. They do just that. On the third knock, third trick-or-treat, the barn doors creak open, and they all go in there and start poking around. There's fucking chickens in there. Live chickens. So this barn is 30 years old, but there's still... Either those are 30-year-old chickens, or somebody is coming around to, like, feed the chickens, right? Mm-hmm. Well, whatever. I don't want to nitpick this thing.
Maybe somebody still uses it, but he doesn't kind of open up that portal...
Okay.
Because he's not, he just opens the door.
Sure.
He's just a farmer.
He's
not knocking and saying trick or treat.
He's not. He's going to fuck those chickens. You understand? You know that. You know that's
Cluck,
happening.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I saw some nice asses on those chickens. They go in there. They're poking around. All is well and good. Everybody decides to leave except for Russell, who is the token black guy. He's like, I'm going to hang back and check this place out. So he puts his headphones back on and he's walking around. And then he, of course, gets killed by the boogeyman, the heavy metal miner. Mm-hmm. Gets all fucked up, too. Okay, while that's going on, we're going to cut back outside. Chris and Nikki have found a makeshift tent, which is perfect for sexing her down in.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's right outside, and it's got like the weird Halloween symbol on it. So they go in there, and they start to getting busy. While that's going on, Michelle, Sam, and Josh are like, okay, well, we're just going to go trick-or-treating then. So apparently this barn is like within walking distance of the town, right? It has to be, because they're in the town, just like that, trick-or-treating. Now, I like this movie, and I don't want to nitpick it, and I don't want to tear this movie apart. But these three actors could easily pass for, late 20s?
Yeah.
And they're out trick-or-treating? If those fucking guys show up to my door on Halloween looking for candy,
Get the fuck out
I'm going to hit them with a super soaker, probably. And then I'm going to probably notify the sex crimes enforcement. I don't know, man. It's just a little weird. But that's fine, whatever. They're making good time with the candy and all that stuff. While they're out trick-or-treating, we're going to cut back to sexy time with Chris and Nikki. They get murdered. Nikki gets it first. She gets like a weird impalement. We do get to see not her boobs, but some stunt boobs. Decent enough stunt boobs. They're good. She gets impaled. Chris gets wounded, but manages to haul ass into town looking for Sam and Josh. In like the pursuit, the three amigos or three guardians are like chasing after him. They make it to town also, chasing Chris. Chris runs into Sam. He's like, "Hey, all your rules of Halloween were right. The three guys are chasing me." And then just as that happens, like Sam's like, "Oh my God, Michelle's trying to talk to me. I'm too nervous. I gotta go." So he splits, finds out about a house party happening somewhere in this town. Comes out, bumps gets shoulder checked by the boogeyman and gets his candy stolen. So, all right, they decide to go to the house party anyway, where, of course, Chris goes to hide, but then the three guardians show up and basically butcher everybody at the house party, including a pretty kick-ass hillbilly band, I thought.
Yeah.
Rips them all to fucking shreds. We get like a cool little 4.5-minute kill montage, practical effects. Just before that goes down, though, we find the town drunk, Jason. And this guy has got the 411 on what's going on.
Doesn't every town drunk?
Yeah, always listen to the town drunk. He's like, "Hey, dude, the pumpkin man, he can see through all the pumpkins' eyes. That's why you got to go around smashing pumpkins." And then he breaks down the backstory of the boogeyman. He died in some kind of a mining accident. And then the other guy, I don't even remember, the candy corn.
Did he go into the gate of hell and all of that stuff too?
I think so.
I can't recall.
It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
But big massacre at the party, kill everybody. The town drunk tries to fight him off while they figure out what's going on. He gets killed too, unfortunately.
Quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
He didn't. I mean,
not a good fight.
You would think it would be more climactic,
Yeah.
but I mean, with the budget that we're dealing with, you can't be doing like kick flips.
True.
Or, any kind of bullet time Matrix moves. So they killed him off pretty quick, and then he's like, "Oh, here's a necklace I pulled off of the boogeyman. Take that with you. It might help. You got to get back to that barn and do something." So they go back to the barn. At this point, we're down to Sam, Josh, and Michelle. They're the only ones left. They go back to the barn trying to shut down this Halloween apocalypse situation. They get there. They get to poking around. They find like a trapdoor which goes down to a basement. And then there's weird shrine rooms in the basements of the barn for each dude. So we basically have like 3 separate boss fights going on. Sam manages to kill the pumpkin guy, but Josh gets mortally wounded we thought he got mortally wounded. But then at that point, Sam has to tell Michelle to go back to town and get help and take this food. I don't want to be known as a fucking asshole on Halloween, so let me give that to Mrs. Barnhart, tell her I'm sorry for scaring her. She goes hauling ass back to town. Sam goes down there and then starts fighting the boogeyman guy, kills the boogeyman guy. So apparently, in doing so, though, he knocks the wig and helmet off the boogeyman guy. Why is the boogeyman wearing a wig? Any thoughts on that?
Well, he had horns.
He did, but I mean,
I don't think he would care if people know he has horns.
Well, he's already wearing the miner's helmet, so it's not like you can see him.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just like feeling a little Dave Mustaine or something. I don't know, a little James Hetfield in there. Anyway, kills the boogeyman guy. Josh, we find out, is actually not as badly wounded as we thought he was because he gets out, manages to set Michelle, or did Michelle got captured, right? Because I think there was like a bra and panty situation with her. And they set her free, and then she went back to town. And then the big final battle between the last guy, the pumpkin man, and that's where they get their feet wrapped up in the vines. And then they get down there.
Thank goodness they have their bushwhacker,
they had their
weed eater.
Yeah. Well, we got a
weed killer.
Getting ready for war montage in the back of the van.
Yeah.
With all of the hedge trimmers and the
bushwhacking accoutrement
of bushwhacking. And so that's all great. And then finally they get down. They manage to cast the last guy in. There is actually a portal to hell in the bottom of the barn. They throw him down there.
Like a sewer.
It looked like a manhole. It was small enough to where you could probably shit into it.
I think they just drew it in with like Microsoft Paint.
And then at the very end, they manage to kill it. But then a hand comes up out, and then that's the end of your movie. And then there's like a little post-credit sequence of Michelle driving down, and that's pretty much it.
And pumpkin behind her.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Pumpkin guy pops out behind her.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the end of your first movie. What'd you guys think of that one? The
silly.
Barn.
It was silly.
It had great Halloween visuals.
Totally.
And we didn't mind that it was completely retarded.
Oh, of course.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Obviously it was fun enough for me to immediately buy it and the sequel once I found out there was a sequel.
You did also buy the Birdemic box set, so your credibility has gone out the window. No, I actually, for all my shit talking, I really like this movie.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
It's low budget as fuck all. The acting is mostly non-existent.
It's definitely one we'll put into our October rotation.
Nice,
for
very
31
nice.
For 31.
Very nice. If you're not, it's not scary. It's not really funny. I got a couple of chuckles out of it.
Yeah, it had
a
couple of moments.
But I like it more for just the lowbrow, low budget kind of shot in somebody's garage aesthetic.
Had some good synth music.
Oh yeah, plenty of good synth music. I got this one streaming on Amazon Prime. I had to pay like $3 to rent it.
I thought I watched it on Tubi.
Yeah,
was it on Tubi?
Yeah, I watched it on Tubi.
You motherfuckers! I'm down $3. God damn it! All right, well, you can find it apparently on Tubi for free, or you can pay $3 on Amazon Prime. Check it out, inmates. It's definitely worth a watch. Nothing to take too seriously, but it definitely gets you into the vein and the vibe of Halloween for sure.
Yeah,
I'd say
for sure.
Let's take us a little break, gentlemen.
All right.
Does it matter?
Hey, inmates. If you like what you hear, head over to the Padded Room Facebook group and support us through the Patreon link with a small monthly donation. Check out the T-Villain link at paddedroom.podbean.com and grab some t-shirts. Thanks for listening and enjoy the rest of the show.
And we are back, beaches. Oh, dude, I am ready for Halloween, gentlemen. I don't know about you guys.
We're always ready for Halloween.
I need some football on TV. I need some creepy decorations throughout the neighborhood.
Better creepy.
I need some pumpkin beer, which I feel like actually tastes like shit. But it's just it just brings
just
in
the novelty of it.
You know, it's what it is, and you got to endure that because it's Halloween. But it's part of the Halloween. You know,
it's like these Intamin pumpkin spice donuts that come out.
Don't even get me started on those fucking things. Pumpkin coffee, pumpkin creamer, pumpkin everything, man.
Yeah.
I'm into it. I'm ready. I'm ready to start the road to Halloween. Well, you know what else I'm ready to start the road to?
My penis.
Well, that it goes without saying. But
very short road.
3 on a meat hook, gentlemen.
Three on a meat hook.
This week's meat hook, sentimental horror. Now, you could interpret that a number of different ways. What I meant when I said that was movies that you find you hold dear for sentimental reasons. I will go ahead and start things off with number 3, The Children. This was the very first horror film I ever remembered watching, and for the life of me, for like 30 years, I could not remember the name of it or what the fuck it was until I was listening to Gray over at the Dark Hours do a review on it, and I was like,
that's that damn movie.
Kids with black fingernails, orange smoke, doesn't make a lick of sense. That's the movie I've been thinking about. And then I watched it, and I, of course, was gravely disappointed. Yeah. But that's okay.
I liked it all right.
It's ridiculous, and I don't think it scared me when I watched it as a kid. I think the fascination was that the kids were the villains, and they were the ones killing people. But that's what it is. That's my number 3. How about you, Jay?
Well, since I'm an old man that can't remember shit, I have to look at my list here.
Attaboy.
Number 3, April Fool's Day.
And why is that one?
Saw it in theater with my dad, and I just remember that ending getting me.
Yeah.
And it's just one of the few movies that I am genuinely like obsessed with. Okay. I really, really love that movie.
Very cool.
Just very fond memories.
Very
just
cool.
From childhood.
I'm into it. Buddy? Numero tres.
Number 3, Poltergeist. It's a crap movie now, but back then it scared the living daylights out of me, and it's like one of those that I miss that feeling. So that's why sentimental for me. It's like, man, that really scared the crap out of me. But I watch it now, I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Sarah's number 3 is also Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Same reason, pretty much.
Yeah. Childhood, scared the shit out of her.
Yeah, it got me too, man.
I saw it much later.
No, really?
Yeah. So the first time I saw it, I'm like, this is goofy as shit. So I was never impressed by it.
To this day, the part that got me the worst was the chairs.
No,
that part was like, oh fuck!
That's the coolest scene.
Yeah. I was never really that scared of the clown. I was like, just fucking throw it out the window. The tree, it was like, okay, all right.
A locked toy box.
Yeah, whatever. Number 2 for me is going to be the Jack Nicholson classic Wolf. Had my first kiss with a girl, Jason.
Wow.
In a movie theater with a girl that was not related to me in any way. In the movie theater during Wolf. And it's not a bad show either. It's not exactly frightening or anything, but it's Jack Nicholson as a werewolf. What do you fucking
Is that the
expect?
one also with Benicio del Toro?
No, you're thinking of Wolfman.
Okay.
That one, not so good. A little bit more.
Yeah, those two, I always get those two confused.
Well, it's because I think I could see why, and it's because neither one of them goes like full werewolf. Mm-hmm. You just get kind of like a hairy
guy
with like a nasty mouth,
and the eyes.
In the eyes, you get the eyes. That's number 2 for me, Jason. How about number 2?
My number 2. Oh man, Friday the 13th, Part 3, 3D.
Okay.
This is the movie that has eluded me my entire life.
Why has it eluded you?
Because I never got to see it in its original 3D presentation.
Oh.
I've been obsessed with it. We almost rented a theater in Texas.
Wow.
And flew there just to watch this movie in its original presentation.
Okay.
Like it required like 2 projectionists, like to really show it the way it's supposed to be shown. The plans just fell through, and now I just can't find it screening anywhere. And that theater no longer has the setup to show it.
Oh.
So I remember being at the theater when it came out, but we were watching something else. And I said I needed to go to the bathroom just so I could come out and look in this little window that each theater door had. And I remember seeing just a little snippet of it real quick. Mm-hmm. That's as close as I've ever came to seeing that movie in theater.
Huh.
But most of my like Friday the 13th shit that I've got in my office and stuff revolves around Part 3. Love it. Love the cheese of it. I love the cheese of 80s 3D movies.
Love it.
When it didn't everything was coming at you whether it needed to or not.
Of course, yeah.
And it was so much better than modern 3D. Even though the quality was terrible.
Well, I think back then you directed a movie for 3D. Mm-hmm. Like that shot of him with the yo-yo.
Yeah.
There's no fucking point to that.
It's just so blatant.
There's no fucking point to that at all.
No.
And one of the most useless biker gangs ever in cinema history in that movie.
Yeah, I have a small 3D glasses collection, and I just recently acquired as kind of my holy grail. I got an original pair of Friday the 13th 3D glasses.
Very cool.
They're in horrible shape, but damn it, I've got a pair.
Very cool, man.
Mm-hmm. And if I ever get to watch it in theater, I'm wearing those fucking glasses.
So I've got the red and blue 3D version.
Yeah.
With 3D glasses.
Yeah, that don't cut it.
I was going to say, you're welcome to it.
It's completely different.
No, and it'll give you a headache if you try to watch it.
So that's my number 2.
Right on, buddy.
Well, growing up, I used to go to the video stores a lot, watching those horror movies, and a bunch of stupid ones. And then I pulled out Evil Dead and took that home, and I had never seen anything like it. And started playing it, and my dad walked in, saw like all the blood just splattering all over the place, and my dad was like, "What are you watching?" And he's the one who actually got me into horror movies, and just the fact that he stopped and and he actually finished watching the movie with me, it was like almost that bonding moment between us, and yeah, I'll just never forget that. It was just
very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Right on, man. That kind of leads me into my number 1, which is the original Paranormal Activity. This was the last movie I got to see with my father in a movie theater before he passed. So we went on like a Tuesday afternoon, right? And this is me being the quiet racist that I actually am, but won't admit to. So it's like a Tuesday afternoon. The theater is empty. It's me and my old man in there, and we're sitting right in the middle of the theater. Everything's fine. Like 15 minutes into the movie, these 2 black guys walk in, thugged out, stone gangstas. And they both just stand. They don't sit down. They just stand right there in the entryway for a few minutes. And the whole time I'm going, oh, fuck, here we go. What are they going to fire up their speakers and smoke some weed or what? And it's going to be
whip out a boombox and break dance. How much more stereotypical are you going to get here?
That's what I'm saying. Break out some Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Jeez,
wow. But and then what a fucking asshole I am. 5 minutes later, like 6 or 8 little old men, little old white guys walk in behind them, and they help these old senior citizens to their seats and get them situated. The 2 thugs.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I am the biggest fucking asshole, a racist ever, and what a fucking jerk off I am. But then the story gets better. even because these two thugs with the hearts of gold are sitting behind us, one of the old guys that they situated like 2 rows in front of us halfway through the movie, his cell phone starts ringing, and he has a full-on conversation with somebody about his car insurance.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Through the entire movie. No, you have to talk to my sister. My sister handles all of that.
Oh, my God.
Okay, well, thank you for calling. Oh, no, you know what? Let me get you her phone number. I got it here somewhere. And then the black guys started, and they're like, "Yo, Earl, get out the phone, man." Anyway, that was the last movie I got to see with my father in a movie theater, and that was the first Paranormal Activity. How about number 1, J-Bo?
It's too bad that was wrecked a little bit for you. What we have found is that, because we're massive Paranormal Activity fans,
Sure.
the absolute best way to experience those movies is in a packed auditorium with everybody adhering to social norms,
Sure.
shutting the fuck up and not looking at their phone,
Right.
because that shared communal tension is just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
It's tremendous.
I'm sure.
But that's not what you got.
No, I got Earl and the car insurance lady.
Real quick, I'll backpedal for
sure.
Sarah's number 2 was Trick or Treat.
Okay.
Yeah, Trick or Treat. I'm surprised she didn't put that at number 1. But she and I both have The Exorcist as number 1.
Okay.
Wow.
And that was that was our first movie date.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing says love like demon possession.
Let Jesus fuck you.
Came out the same year I was born.
Nice.
Long fucking time ago.
Yeah, you're older than dirt.
My mama, before she got pregnant with me, loved horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
Once she got pregnant with me, completely disinterested.
Wow.
And my dad wanted to take her to see The Exorcist. And she pleaded to not go see this fucking movie.
Huh.
But he basically forced her to.
Mm-hmm.
So they're driving, and it's out in bumfuck because we lived in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Car breaks down.
Wow.
Yeah. So they never actually got to see it.
Oh,
wow.
I'm sure
Man.
he saw it some time later,
Mm-hmm.
but she didn't have to watch it. But because of her story and then Sarah and me, there's just way too much there. And plus, it's just a fucking great movie.
Very cool. It is. It's probably one of the best.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, to go along with that story, my dad took my mom to see that. It scared the shit out of her. She says that did it for horror movies for her. She's like, I never want to see another one. Yeah.
Wrecked her.
Yeah, it did.
Very good.
My number 1, Halloween, the original.
Okay.
It's just one of those, I don't know, like when I was a kid, I'd go to my relative's house, and anytime that was on, it was like, it would just stop me in my tracks. I'm just like, I just got to watch this.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's always been my favorite.
Nice.
It's really good.
It is very good. Right on.
That damn movie plays so many times throughout the year at our house.
Yeah.
Well, once you get into like mid-September, October, all the major networks just like kick through the
Nonstop.
whole franchise over and
Yeah.
over and over again until you're sick of it.
Yeah, it's like a Christmas story around Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. Right on, inmates. We would like to know what your top 3 sentimental horror movies are. Get us on the mental health hotline, area code 775-387-0275, or you can go to paddedroompodcast.com. Set yourself up a profile. Hit the mail thing, right, Jay?
You can use the
us.
contact us form without even setting up an account if you don't want to, and it shoots it right over to us. Or you can use traditional email and send it to mail@paddedroompodcast.com.
That's what I was looking for.
And I think that's about it.
That's it. We want to know. Inmates, let us know. In the meantime, we're going to tell you what movies we got to watch this week in a little segment called What Are You Looking At?
What are you looking at?
I did it. I watched Thriller, A Cruel Picture from 1973.
You're welcome.
Well, I mean, It's not a bad show. I watched the porno version because I thought, why the fuck not? Kids are out of the house. I might as well get this in while I can. As far as...
It's genuinely the only time I've ever been able to say, well, this porn is just gratuitous and unnecessary.
So, it's supposed to be a rape revenge movie, from what I gather. But, like, as far as the porno goes and the actual sex, it's consensual because she is a prostitute and a junkie. Granted, that part was not consensual, but... Like, it's not like they're, like, roundhouse kicking her while they're fucking her or anything like that, you know?
Now, that'd be a hell of a movie.
That would be something. It's not like, she's forced to...
Nympho ninjas.
It's not like she's being forced to suck off her dad or anything. So, like, as far as the actual sex scenes go, they're actually kind of bland, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean...
Plus, with all that hair, you can barely even see anything
Christ.
going on.
Where are the bushwhackers when we need them with their tool vests?
You did get to see a monstrous load, but that was...
That guy has been building... He must have just got out of jail or something.
Yeah, but it was just so unnecessary.
I don't think it was necessary.
The movie itself is fine.
It's fine. I loved how she had Mondays off. I thought that was kind of nice. The pimp gave her Mondays off. She could do whatever she wanted on Mondays.
Yeah, and she used every Monday to go train in martial arts, sharpshooting, tactical driving.
Stunt car driving, yes. Like weird gorilla slapping. A lot of slapping going on. It's fine. It's not like nearly as disturbing as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's a Vinegar Syndrome movie, that's for sure.
Yeah, so you could probably beat off to it if you wanted to. Watched that. I watched The Unheard from 2023. This one just hit Shudder. Young deaf lady slowly is regaining her hearing and is doing so in like a haunted house kind of a situation. It's pretty mundane, but they do some very cool things with the audio as she's regaining her hearing and things are going on there. Lastly, I watched House of Darkness from 2022. Tony recommended this one, sort of, a couple weeks ago. It's not bad. It stars Justin Long. It's not that bad. He's always great.
Was he Justin Long in the movie, or was he extra Justin Long in the movie?
He was like 2 shades. He was like Justin Long 0.3.
Okay.
He was definitely Justin Long, but he was not like
full on
Justin Long.
Okay.
He was like Justin Medium, I think. It's not bad. Guy goes home with a girl after he picks her up at a bar. Things get pretty weird from there. I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. That's all I'm looking at. Guys, what do you got, Jason?
I didn't get to see anything that was horror related other than required viewing.
Okay. Buddy?
I saw so many, I can't even name them all, but I did take like some screenshots. I saw Girl, The Free Fall, The Evil Next Door, You Are Not My Mother, Cruel Summer, We Need to Do Something, Come True, In the Earth, Fear of Rain, The Misfits, Pilgrim, Along Came the Devil, and a whole bunch more. I couldn't keep up. Yeah.
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah. So we'll just leave it at that. I think I've seen a few of those. Right on. Well, how about some immersion therapy then, gentlemen?
Mm-hmm.
Immersion therapy.
Oh, how about that Antichrist, gentlemen?
How about it?
That was something.
Lot of genital trauma happening here.
I thought I had seen this some time ago, but I think I started it and bailed out.
I don't blame you.
But I endured this time.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Got it knocked out. It's fine. Like, he did Lars Van Trier.
Yeah.
Also did The House that Jack Built.
Yes. Nymphomaniac. Melancholy.
Another... So those are the only 2 movies I've seen of his, but both of them are... They are just trying so hard. But they still just end up falling flat for me.
It feels very masturbatory to me. Like, I'm going to shock you in so many ways, and then you're just going to assume that it's art. But at the end, it's like, all I remember is cock and balls and lady cutting off her clit with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, she really did.
She really did that.
And those scissors were not very clean, and they looked a little rusty.
I'm sure it wasn't a clean swipe, as they say.
But by the end of it, I don't know what the fuck I just watched.
No.
So what does the end mean?
Is he the Antichrist?
Did he become it?
I want to say he became it.
It could be. Yeah.
Like it would have been her if she would have managed to kill him.
Right.
But since he performed the killing, it fell on him, I guess.
Yeah.
I appreciated the weighted leg.
That was gnarly.
Yeah.
I don't know what the point of that was, but all right.
I guess she just didn't think he could get away.
Well, then just kill him. Getting all weird with it.
She couldn't do that until the three.
Oh, that's right.
The three beggars came.
Yeah.
So it's fine. It's very long. It's not well paced. It's got some good music.
Sure.
It's got some good cinematography.
Sure.
I like Willem Dafoe.
Apparently has a huge cock.
He's at least got one he's proud of.
I tell you, I don't know if that's his or a stunt wiener, but it's whatever.
I think that was him.
Oh, good for him. Jesus.
So it's fine. 5 out of 10.
Okay, fair enough, buddy. What'd you think?
Yeah, I give it. I don't know if I give it 5. Maybe like a 4.5.
There is actual penetration, so there's that. It will keep you interested.
Does it get another half point for that?
Well, of course. It will definitely keep your interest, I feel like, if you have never seen it before. I've seen it.
I don't plan on watching it
I don't
again.
think I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
But I will make unwanted relatives watch it when they
when
show
you want
up.
them out.
Yeah. Oh, you guys want to check a movie out? I got
I've
something
got a
for you.
religious movie.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. Here, let me pop it in for you. Right on. Your immersion therapy for this week is going to be The Thing from 2011, inmates. You can find this bad guy streaming on Netflix. This is the prequel to the original Thing. Check that shit out, and we will do the same. But now it is time to educate me.
Educating Miss Monica.
First, my clues from last week. Well, me and my brother are out on a hunting trip, and I'm not exactly what you call stable to begin with, and our grandmother, wouldn't you know, is having a long-standing relationship with a demon, or so she says, and now she's getting ready to pass, and I feel like whatever this thing is might be like eyeballing me and sizing me up. So I don't know if I'm down with that, but I might just be crazy too, Jason. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
That's for sure.
Who might I be? I am Seder from 2016. You guys seen Seder?
Yep.
Apparently a true story, and that the director's grandma actually played the lady in there, and she's like at the end you see all of her auto writing. That's all real shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's kind of makes it even more freaky in a weird way. Who might I be this week, you ask?
We do.
I am a hot teenage girl, gentlemen.
You bet you are.
You bet I am.
At least on the weekends.
And I got a little bit of a goth thing going on. Me and my sister, we like to take weird, morbid pictures. Walking home from one of our little photo shoots one night, and I get bit by something. Fuck me. Now all of a sudden, I'm changing. And it's like a slow, gradual process, but it's kind of in tune with me getting my first period. Guys, fuck. So if I,
need a man pond,
get the red rain, then I might just go full into this other thing, and that I don't know if I can come back or not. It's a whole goddamn. Now I'm fighting people with what do you call lawn hockey mallets.
I thought you were going to say lawn darts.
Lawn darts. You'd kill somebody with one of those fucking things. I don't think you can even buy those anymore. Too many kids got impaled. Who might I be, you ask? Tune in next week, inmates, and I will clue you in. In the meantime, join us next week for 1031 here in Halfway to Halloween month. We do have a Patreon campaign running. If anybody gives a shit, go to support.paddedroompodcast.com, and you'll find everything you need to know about that there. You guys got anything else on the week?
That's it for me.
All righty. In that case, for being halfway to Halloween, teenage girls and their periods, racist moments that you might have in a movie theater, which you didn't really think were racist until you later examined
Announced them on the podcast.
and then realized you're actually a son of a bitch. And the Padded Room Podcast. I'm afraid visiting hours are over.
Bye.
Have a great week.
Click my heels and dance with the heat.